The hype is real, my dudes. Okay, so I'm making this video because I've actually been meaning to make this video for a bit, but there is going to be the place I work. It's called Kennywood, and anyone that lives in Pittsburgh, you know what I'm talking about. So there's this place where I work called Kennywood. It's basically just an amusement park. I just found a random bottle cap. I didn't make that. But anyway, the place I work at is called Kennywood. It's an amusement park. And for years and years and years, I've been wanting Kennywood to put in a new roller coaster. Well, it finally happened. Coming next year is going to be the roller coaster. It's going to be called Steel Curtain. Now, like I said, if you live in Pittsburgh like me, you probably already know about this. But for anyone who doesn't, let me just run it down for you. So as an employee at Kennywood, I already knew that this roller coaster was coming. I just wasn't allowed to tell anyone because then it would ruin the surprise and it would just be boring. But I have here what Kennywood did. They put this on their official website. They made a big whole campaign, a teaser campaign, and they started with this. What this is, it's a scratch-off ticket, and every week they reveal a new number. So I guess they got hasty at the end because it was close to the time to announce the new ride to the public. So they made this scratch-off ticket, and every week they revealed a number. And these numbers correlate to the ride. They are related to what the new ride is going to be. And once this was done, they came out with this. It's a word search. And I found words in there that could be related to the ride, and that's the same thing. Both of these are related to the ride. And thus, a competition arose. So what the contest was to take these numbers and these words, see which words from here connected to these numbers. For example, there's the number 4,000 here. And one of the words is length. I don't know if you could see that, but it says length. And you have to match up all 9 of these correctly. And the first 12 people to do that would be the first 12 people to ride this new ride. Now, unfortunately, I am not one of those 12 people. As a matter of fact, I did not submit my guesses. And I was actually pretty close. Here's my original predictions. It would be what this is. These are my predictions for what the ride might be. I predicted it would be 4,000 feet long. It would have a lift angle of 50 degrees. That means that when it goes up the hill, it's going to be at a 50-degree angle. It'll go 75 miles an hour. It cost $9 million. There's going to be 120 columns. 220 footers. It's 197 feet tall. There's 3 inversions, which means it goes upside down 3 times. And it'll fit 24 passengers per car. Now, my predictions were incorrect. So, even if I did submit them, I wouldn't have been one of the first riders. But what the actual things were, I didn't write them down. But the length, I got correct. Lift angle and speed, I also got correct. The 9 was the number of inversions, not $1 million. And these words here are the words that were on the word search. So, the $1 million was wrong. The columns and footers were also red herrings. it's actually 120 seconds long. That's the time of the ride. And the height was 220 feet, which I guess I should explain what that means later on when I get to the number 3. 197 also relates to the number 3. Actually, I should explain what 3 is first. 3 was the number of records it would set. And this 220, and this 197, and this 9 are the 3 records. So the 9 means it's 9 inversions, which is a record for the most in America. Which is impressive. I love rides that go upside down. It's so fun. The 197 is a world record. It'll be the world's tallest inversion at 197 feet. That's freaking awesome. And then the 220 is the height of the ride. It's the tallest roller coaster in Pennsylvania. It broke 3 records, people. So I'm pretty hyped as a roller coaster enthusiast myself. So anyway, 3 is the records and the passengers was 24. This ride is gonna be awesome. Now, like I said, I was an employee and I already knew a little bit about this ride. But I didn't know all the details until they came out with that teaser trailer campaign thing or whatever. But, like I said earlier, the name of this ride is going to be the Steel Curtain. And for those of you who don't know what the Steel Curtain is, it's what it was the nickname for the Pittsburgh Steelers defense way back, I think in the 70s. And we had a pretty awesome defense during that time. And we called it the Steel Curtain because, you know, Pittsburgh is the Steel City. And a curtain is something that blocks. Put the two together, you got our old defense. And then now we have whatever the heck you want to call our defense today. Oh, man. But that's besides the point. Another reason why they called this the Steel Curtain is it's not only a little tribute to the Steelers themselves, and my hair is all messed up, but they're also going to put in, what is it? I think it's called Steelers Country, where it's going to be like a Steelers-themed area, where it's like a tailgating area, there's going to be a restaurant, there's going to be a bunch of football games. It's pretty cool. And again, like I say, I'm going to be saying this a lot. For those of you that live in Pittsburgh, this is all going to be put where the log jammer was. And for the people that don't live in Pittsburgh, the log jammer was an awesome ride. It lasted almost 50 years. But I actually found out that it had to be torn down. And at first I'm like, oh, that really stinks because it was one of my favorite rides. But the company that manufactures the log jammer's parts, actually, you know what, before I go any further, if you guys don't know what the log jammer is, if you don't know what Kennywood is, Google it. I'll give you like a 10-second break so you could Google. Now go Google now. Intermission. Google those things I told you to Google. You have 5 seconds left before I continue. Time's up. Okay, so the manufacturers, the people who make parts for the log jammer, they went out of business. So that means if the log jammer were to break down, Kennywood would have nowhere to get parts from. And that would suck. So they tore it down. And honestly, the log jammer ran its course. It had its glory. And it was a pretty old ride to begin with. But I'm definitely going to miss it. And hopefully this new ride will, in a way, avenge it. Avenge its death. And I'm making this video just to explain how hyped I am for this new stuff. And like I said, huge roller coaster enthusiast. Like, I love roller coasters. I could go on for days about roller coasters and what my favorite is, what my least favorite is. But I'm not going to do that, because that would be like a 3-hour video, which I'm not going to make anytime soon. So, let's just leave it there. So yeah, to sum it all up, new ride at Kennywood. I have very high hopes for it. It's gonna be awesome. 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 But that's about it. So thank you guys so much for watching this video. And like I said before, if you don't know what anything I just talked about, just Google it. Go on to Google and put in Kennywood steel curtain or Kennywood log jammer or whatever it is. But thank you guys so much for watching this video. Now remember, comment, subscribe. I messed up my outro. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you want... Thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you liked it, subscribe, drop a comment, and Smizzity smash that... Oh, God. I did it again. I need a reset. This is outro, take 4. Action. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you liked it, remember to subscribe, drop a comment, and Smizzity smash the like button. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Finally! God, man, that took way too long.